Do you know who will be the first with which hellfire will be ignited? They said. The first virtuous character make you righteous, sincerity in intentions. Nothing in this world that you do which you seek Allah's pleasure from will be accepted if your intentions are hypocritical. For example, I come to make salat, prayer, and I do it for another reason. The reason is to impress that uncle because I want to marry his daughter. I've never been to the masjid maybe. I don't usually pray, but I'll pray because I want to impress him to think I'm righteous to marry his daughter. You have to do it for the sake of Allah. Any action that is supposed to be for Allah, if you don't do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it becomes haba'an manthura, like the dust in the wind. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, actions are but by intention, and every man shall have only that which he intended. Sahih Bukhari. Also in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to his companions, do you know who will be the first with which hellfire will be ignited? They said, Allah and His Messenger know best. He said, the first will be a scholar of Islam, a alim. Allah will ask, why did you learn the knowledge? He said, Ya Rab, he'll say, Ya Rab, I learned it to teach the people for your sake and to guide the people for your sake. Allah will say to him, you are lying. And the angels will say, yes, you are lying. And then Allah will say, you only did it so that people can call you a knowledgeable man. Today you have nothing. You have already received your reward which you intended. The second man or the second woman, the second person will be a person who died on the battlefield. He says, Ya Rab, he says, what did you do with your body? He'll say, I died for your sake. I'm a martyr. I died protecting and defending the innocent and the oppressed, and for your sake and for your deen. And Allah will say, you lie. The angels will say, you lie. And then Allah will say, you only did it so that people can say what a courageous, brave man he was, and you wanted statues and to be remembered in the books. You have received it already. And the third person is the one who gave in charity all his life or her life. Same thing will happen. What did you do with the wealth I gave you? He will say, I gave it, Ya Rab, for your sake. He will say, you are lying. The angels will say, you are lying. And Allah will say, you only gave it so people can say what a generous person he is or she is. Rasul said they will be the first in which hellfire will be ignited with, because they have nothing left. Your intentions are all gone. So brothers and sisters, intention is the most important thing. Now worldly matters, like you have a nice car, you have a nice watch, you have a nice clothing, you have a nice whatever you have, a nice phone, a nice purse, a nice hat, a nice sunglasses, and you like to impress people with it. That's not considered an act of worship. So it's not shirk or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. Impressing people is nice, because that's why people like to dress. Sometimes I like to dress nice to impress people. And when they tell me you look good, I feel good about myself. The misconception is when you do it only for the people. And if you don't receive the praise, you get angry, you get upset. You start thinking Allah has betrayed me. It's not fair. So the reaction is the problem. And also when you think that you're better than others, when it starts affecting your heart and you start to think you are better than other people with arrogance, this is when showing off becomes a problem. And that's not even called showing off, when you just do it sincerely because you like people to say it's nice. Nothing wrong with that, but you intend well for other people. This is how you remedy it. Number 2.